Welcome back to AI War Fleet Command. Thetymix here, Zenith Remnant game. We're at 7.3, the higher difficulty of the normal settings. We're looking at trying to expand here. I've done a few things off screen, took just a few minutes. One is that I unlocked a bunch of turrets. We're now up to Mark II turrets across the board. For most of them, I'm sticking with the Mark I spiders. I got the heavy beam cannon, and I got also the Mark III grav turret. Here in aerial, I've put all that in place. You can see those Mark IIIs here. Got a couple things that we still need. I didn't put up a tachyon beam emitter, which I really am going to need, obviously, everywhere. And then I also want to start putting one more grav turret in here. You see, these hold all the way back here. But I just want to make sure that I'm going to put a Mark III grav turret by each command station. That way it's got more coverage. And also, when those vampire claws come in here and try to hit the energy collector, like all the way in to get there, they're going to have to be slowed down by these. And I'm really hoping that will help. But the other thing is, the vampire claws can't just attack these because they're immune to fusion cutters, which is a nice thing. And then we've got these munition boosters. The Mark V version gives an attack bonus of 200% anything nearby. Now, the turrets don't benefit quite as much from that because they're all the same. If you look at these, they have a personal attack boost limited to plus 100%. But that's still double. It's effectively going to double the impact of our turrets, which is huge. And I actually saw that happen almost immediately after I built them. Over here in Arcturus, we had a wave that came in from Bertha, and we definitely were able to take them out quite a bit faster, and this munitions booster was literally just on its way in, but it was close enough to help them boost their attack. So that's really going to be a big benefit to us. So right now, upgrading our turrets to the Mark II versions, mostly. Also, I want to get a few of the heavy beam cannons up in the more important systems. I'd like to get a couple in aerial. I'd like to get a few in Letitia. And then we also want to keep pounding our way through here. Next stop is in Bertha, where we've got some hacking to do. So I'm going to have to be careful with how many turrets I build in here so I have enough energy for that. But I think we've got just enough to pull it off. And we want to hack that backup design server, which has the beam frigate. And we've seen a few of those, but we haven't actually gotten any of our own. And what they do is they literally shoot a beam able to hit several ships in a line. It's a new ship that we haven't used yet. To me, that's a good enough reason to hack it and take it. And then we're going to take the system, get that advanced research station, move on to Malcav 11, and the lovely Golem that is there. Now, on the progress of our power generator, we're at about 1 million metal. We're going to be building a bunch of stuff, a few more turrets, and then, of course, our beachhead in Bertha. So we're not going to be able to put a bunch of money into this in the near future, unfortunately. You can see we're at 18%, and we've got a few ships over here. I separated those out because they're irreplaceable. Those are the ones the Leech starships have captured. And the ones that we can't build ourselves, I just want to put off to the side, and hopefully we'll assemble over time a decent amount of those to help out with any true emergencies. I've got one of these Mark V munitions boosters in every system, and I want to keep doing it that way. I've still got, you can only build 19 of them, so I've got them set right here. And the key to them, of course, is not their attack so much as the bonus that they give to the other ships. And right now, the ones that are with the fleet are much more effective than, for example, our flagships are in terms of boosting the attack. So our fleet should be that much better as well. I want to keep one of these in each system as we expand so that we can benefit from the improved turrets. So here we are in Bertha with 50-some thousand energy, which I think is borderline, frankly, as to whether we're going to have enough. May have to supplement this beachhead with the fleet, but nonetheless, we're here, and I'm going to try to set up the beachhead right over here and gradually move our fleet that way as the mobile builder goes. Of course, first off, I want engineer drones. I like to have about 10 of them. And a couple of remains rebuilders. And we'll add a force field and get to work. Let's gradually retreat when we're able. Okay, so now our engineers are going to help out here. Let's get that force field up. Just going to use a standard one. Actually, no, let's go with the hardened variety. That there. Let's get everybody underneath it. Okay, now we're looking pretty good. And yeah, we're not even going to be able to build that. So I think I'm definitely going to want to keep the fleet in here as much as I'm able to help out. I think it's time to get our hacker in here and get to work. So our hack has started and we're running to a bunch of fun riot controls here. And things are so interesting for us that I actually turned off fleet rebuilding. So this fleet is going to gradually shrink. But I think I'm okay with that. Like, as it gradually shrinks, I'll have more energy to build more turrets. And so on and so forth. Looks like we're doing fine, though. Of course, they're starting to get some more of a response. Still very low on the response level, and this is our first design download. So it's going to cost us 50 hacking, well below what we have. How nice, we now have ourselves a lovely vampire claw. You can see they're starting to run out like those bombardment ships, and I think the bombers are good at those. They're reasonably fast. Oh boy, I got a bunch of them over there. Like I just, yeah, see that's the problem with just using turrets. So let's just send everybody at them. Because I've got to clear out those bombardment ships. There's a lot of them. Now they're starting to go down. Get rid of that flak guardian. Let's take out these two over here and then head back. There we go. And just under 2 minutes to go, we should be able to handle this, I would think. So the beachhead is over. It was successful. I did eventually add in some more turrets to have some more fun. I'm going to leave those up for the moment. I'm going to try to clean out the rest of this system. And what I've got going on is I've just set my bombardment ships after the missile guard post because they actually outrange it. And then I'm going to put everything else in a group. And we've captured half a dozen of these if they don't all get blown up by the enemy. Should be able to, with a sufficient amount of those, take out the standard enemy guard posts without even having to get in range of them. Well, in any case, we got some more friends in here to go greet. we did finally get rid of that combination of turrets and this bit of firepower. And all we've got left is the command station. Yeah, there's not even... We got rid of the Special Forces guard post already, too. So then this happened. I had my ship set on FRD like I normally do. Only one problem. This Astro train came in and started doing evil things. Now, we were doing some damage to it. So I figured, you know what? Why not see if we can take this thing out before it leaves? And we got one of them. And another. But this one's a tractor one, which is causing quite a pain in the butt. The thing is, I don't know, it may end up just hauling our ships right out of the system, which I think is exactly what it's going to do. And we're not doing nearly enough damage to that one. Yep, there they go. Up, up, and away. So we just lost a bunch of ships for that reason. Whee! Bertha command station under attack. That shouldn't be. I don't think it is anymore. Nope. But yeah, they're going to just gradually be hammering on those ships, and there's not a whole lot we can do about that, so let's just get our defenses up here. So a brief look here into the Namaka system as we're building up our Mark II turrets, replacing the Mark Is. And that's been just a lot of busy work. But here we just eliminated Data Center. It was underneath this force field. And now I want to get... Just brought 3 raid starships in. Want to get them out. Back to Ariel where they came from. So we'll take that off of here. And that was a nice little bit to sort of just slow down our AI progress. Make it wait a bit longer before hitting Tech Level 2. We're looking here at Malcav 11. And this is a good news, bad news situation. This is our next target. Before we get to that, managed to upgrade all of our turrets. And we have enough energy yet to have enough so we can survive one energy collector being taken out. And that's with a full cap of our fleet ships. Still a few starships I don't have, but we're pretty close. And of course I'm going to want more defenses, and I'm going to want more turrets. But I can gradually ramp that up over time now, and we're starting to get our way out of the energy crunch. The Mark V munitions boosters and the upgrade to Mark II turrets, adding the Mark III gravitational turrets. Between all that, our defenses are 4 to 5 times as strong as they were. So we're looking much better. Not totally happy with it, but much better. Here, though, we've got a bunch of different things sort of working against us. This is a main highway for Astro trains. They're constantly coming through here. I thought a little bit about how to approach this, and I really had to delay things to get all of my ships in place. Because we've got an Astro train set going this way, an Astro train set going that way, attacking while there's Astro trains on the planet. At least some of the rougher ones, like the armor and attack boosters, not something I'm looking forward to doing. And I thought about knocking out a train station or two, but I wouldn't even know where to start on that, because I don't have the rest of the galaxy explored. I've explored a little bit more, not much. And this just seems to be a major highway. They come in from Electra, they come down through here into Namaka, and then sometimes they'll keep going this way to Ilmar, and sometimes they'll head up to Europa, but this just seems to be a major juncture for them, and I'd probably have to destroy a bunch of train stations, and who knows how many and where. And I just don't really have the time to do that I can really spare if I can avoid it. The other thing is, the Devourer Golem just came through here, which normally would be a good thing, but in this case it's a bad thing because it lowered the number of AI ships around their various guard posts, and they've got a raid engine, or raid eye rather, and so if we have twice the number of ships they do for more than 15 seconds, then we're going to face another attack wave. I hadn't even thought about going attacking. Do I want to attack somewhere else? Do I want to, just say, screw it, and throw a bunch of my ships in here and take out the raid eye? And just absorb whatever waves it sends at me? And I really didn't think it was right to try to brute force it like that. It would probably not end well, even with our upgraded defenses. I'm waiting right now for these two Astro trains to basically get out of the system. I don't see any more coming, although I'm going to want to double check that. And I've got a bunch of ships waiting in Bertha to handle this situation. There's the group going out to Venus. Okay, and there's the one to Namaka. Now let's make sure there's none coming in right away. If we look in Venus, we've got these four here, which are all down in this area. And where are they headed? They are headed to Palma. So they're leaving, going away, which is nice. What about the other side? What about Namaka? And the Devourer Golem is here. There, these just came in. But there's all four of them. There's no more, and they're headed up to Europa, it looks like, from the direction. Maybe Larissa, but probably Europa. Could be Ilmar, actually. Could be any of those, but it looks like Europa. Anyway, point is there's no more coming in. We've got scouts in there to see that. There's no more coming in for right now. So this is the time. Now, they've only got 30 ships in here, which means if we take in more than 60, they're going to start blowing up. Now, they do have a bunch more in the barracks, but those don't count for the raid eyes calculation. So we definitely want to ignore the barracks until we kill all the guard posts and the raid eye. They have 4 guard posts in here. One is a missile, and the other 3 are MLRS. They're all Mark III. So the initial thing that I'm taking in is focused on the MLRS, and I just want to get rid of all of those to the extent that I can. They've got some cloaked ships in here. There's not very many, but they do have... Yeah, they just got the one Vampire Claw. So that's probably not worth taking a scout in. If we head in over to Bertha, I had a scout here ready in case I needed it. What I've done here is I've basically just got a bunch of flagships, or starships rather, and then also some Mark II bombers. And I've got more ready to come in if and when I need them. And then I threw in 1 munitions booster here. Again, I've got more ready to come in. Hopefully we won't lose it too soon or too quickly, just to help our attack. So I wanted to be as survivable as I could, but also hit those MLRS posts as fast as I could with a small fleet. So let's just bring those in. Yay, minefields. But I want to get moving right away over to this MLRS post. Let's not waste any time. Let's see, 206, that means they have 27 plus the barracks, and that's the number I need to keep a very, very close eye on. $24. Okay, they're down to like 19, and we have 37. So this, again, this is super, super close. It's not flagging me yet. We've got 35, and okay, they're starting to have some more ships come in. I think I want to take this group and gradually work my way over to that MLRS. Of course, continuing to keep a very close eye on the balance. Okay, they've got like 40 or so in here. Don't think I quite want to bring in any more ships just yet. We're down to 34. Okay, now they've got some more riot control, a few more things out there. They're up to 75. I may not want to keep them in here for a super long time, but I do think I want to bring in some more bombers. We take about half of those. The question is, how many are we going to lose versus how much good they're going to do, all of that fun stuff. Let's see if you can catch up with this group. Probably not. Let's regroup up together. Let's regroup up together and then just go after all of these. Let's go after that riot. Oh, shoot. Let's regroup up together. Let's regroup up together and then just go after all of these. Let's go after that riot. Oh, shoot. Let's regroup up together and then just go after all of these. Let's go after that riot. Oh, shoot. Let's regroup up together and then just go after all of these. Let's go after that riot. Oh, shoot. Let's regroup up together and then just go after all of these. Let's go after that riot. Oh, shoot. Let's regroup up together and then just go after all of these. Let's go after that riot. Oh, shoot. Let's regroup up together and then just go after all of these. Let's go after that riot. Oh, shoot. Let's regroup up together and then just go after all of these. Let's go after that riot. Oh, shoot. Let's regroup up together and then just go after all of these. Let's go after that riot. Oh, shoot. Let's regroup up together and then just go after all of these. Let's go after that riot. Oh, shoot. Let's regroup up together and then just go after all of these. Let's go after that riot. Oh, sho Some of these that are just... I'm just going to get rid of these ones for the moment that have disabled engines. See if that handles that need. Yep. There goes that riot control. And once again, too many. Let's get rid of that one. I think I want to have some bombers head for the exit. Yeah. I think let's send half of those back through. And then group up again. Up here comes another riot control. Let's take care of that. Okay. Let's head back for that MLRS. We're right about at that break-even point. Oh, nope, we got too many again. Let's see. Nobody else that's red. We still got the munitions booster, so we're doing fine with that. It's just a really, really tense balance to try to keep here. Come on, take out that post. Okay. They've got 19, and I've still got the munitions booster. It's damaged some, and I got 36. Right about where I want to be, really. Let's group up over this way, and I want to head towards that post. I'm hoping, yeah, I want to get out of range of that nope, get out of range of that one too. I don't want to take out these Tachyon Sentinels. That just goes against my ship count. Let's head over this way. Okay, now I think it's time to go after the MLRS. Ah, shoot, more Astro trains. What are these? There's a Widow. Oh, that's a tractor beam one. Egads, we got to get out of the range of that now. That's a tractor one. Repair, Widow. I need to, like, get over here. This one's headed for... Oh, shoot, those are headed for Bertha. Well, that complicates things. I've got to move all my ships off, away from the wormhole. That gives me reinforcements further away, and then these are headed in this direction, so the only way I'm going to be able to try to escape this is just heading straight off. Yeah, I need to head straight this way. You know what? I think I've got to try to settle in right about here. Alright, now let's go after this. So our bombers are kind of screwed, but one of the nice things about having a bunch of starships... Oh goodness, that Spider Guardian's killing us. The starships are tractor immune. Okay, let's see what's going on in Bertha. Yep, there goes that away. So let's move our ships back over here. And they've got one Vampire Claw. With enough force, should be able to take that out. I need to get reinforcements. Oh, well. Yeah, they have more than that. That's just the ones that are cloaked. How many visible ones? Only 2. Okay. What ships? They've got 20, I can have about 30 or 40, and I've only got 10 in here. I definitely want to bring in another Mark V. I want to bring in ships that are going to be good against that missile guard post. But that's pretty much fighters at this point. Let's see if we can take out that riot control. And I'll have all of you join up. Doggone it. It's definitely got to be the fighters. Take out a half dozen of those. I got to try to somehow take out that missile guard post with this small group now. Boy, are we ever not doing jack to that beam frigate. Yeah, they've only got 15 ships in here. But I can bring in whatever I want after I take that. Oh, good. Good, yes. Another Astro train carting off my fighters. Ugh. And honestly, I just want to ignore that riot control right now. Let's just take this missile guard post out. Okay, there we go. Now, I've still got to definitely beware of the Astro trains, but I can bring more ships in. I think I want to bring in more ships and a colony ship in through Bertha. And then where am I going to want this to be set up? Yeah, I'm going to want the colony ship over here, I think. That's a nice open spot. Or do I want it right by this golem? It's a little bit close to Melpomene, but I still think I'd like to have the force field cover this. Because I don't know what's going to happen, but they may try to attack it. But yeah, I think that's what I'm going to go with. Bring in the colony ships here, and then I can also get a bunch more ships to help with this, as long as I get them out of the way of those lovely Astro trains. Well, so far so good, except for they took out my colony ship on the way in. They prioritized, targeted that. But I've got the rest of my ships here, or at least most of them. And this is just a Tachyon Astro train, which I don't care about that much. It's far enough away. And we have more stuff coming in here. But I really think at this point I need to take out this barracks, so that I'm ready to come in and take over the system. There we go. 180 ships. Lovely riot tractor beams going to work. And that should do it. Come on. Ah, yes, we triggered the alarm post on Namaka. Forgot about that. That's going to give us more threat. There's a wave hitting Jupiter. Let's make sure everything's going fine there. Appears to be. They've got a plasma siege, but it's already taken some engine damage. And once it gets into here, we'll clean it up pretty quick. Okay, so I definitely need to get in here and get rolling on this, setting up our colony. Well, we have our command station set up here. I did go with a Logistics Mark II due to the importance. And I experimented a bit with the broken regenerator golem that we just captured. Basically, in order to repair it, it won't repair itself. Like, it doesn't repair over time. I need engineers to assist it. You can see the threshold of that is 500 per second. So I can up the engineer thing on that to that amount, and it will start working on it. However, I do want to finish the Zenith power generator first, and that is sitting at, I think, somewhere around 40%. Let's take a look. Yeah, exactly 40%. So we've got another 3 million to throw into this before anything else. We do have one of the golems that we can work on repairing at least. more knowledge to gain from the Malcav 11 system. Our energy's up, and we can start gradually working on building up our turrets and our fleet to slowly take harder and harder systems. I've got to find a new immediate course of action here. We are definitely into the middle game, able to upgrade our capabilities. And we'll see where we need to go next. That'll be coming up next time. Till then, thanks for watching. More AI War Fleet Command coming up.